Good early morning to you. As you can see, it's still dark. Just another live Sudoku here, but this is one that I've played before, and I just found it really interesting. I played it a week ago or something. I kind of doubt I'll just remember much of what to do, and so I'm hoping to just kind of recreate the experience because it was really interesting to use the Snyder notation and find a bunch of somewhat more advanced things to do before even completing full notation. And I say Snyder, I don't really mean Snyder. It's similar to Snyder. You'll see as we go. So I'm just going to dive in and do my normal thing, which is starting with going through the numbers is how I normally start, looking for things very similar to Snyder notation. And aha, here there's only two spots that one could go in this block. And now those ones block out this column from here, so there's only two spots there where we can put the one. I think we just move on to the two. Keep looking for similar things. Okay, the two, we've got impossible here in these three cells because of this one, and these three cells making that sort of cross because of this one, leaving only those two left where a two could go in this block. And that's all I see at a glance. So moving on to the threes, only here. Only there. Only there for the fours. Only there for the fours. Yeah, making lots of notes so far. Now, I like to here, I noticed that these are the only two places a four could go in this column. And so I like to make that note when I notice it. Because of this style of notation, I can do a little bit more than just Snyder like that. And then I'm going to mark those as the other possible places in the block. Because as soon as I place one digit in a block, I want to fill in the notes for the rest of that block just to avoid confusing myself later. Okay, now I have to go revisit all the fours because I lost track. Okay, so those two block these, and that blocks those, leaving only those two in this block. Which also means we have only those two in this bottom row. I marked these, so I know that I can't go here. And this is the only spot in this bottom row where it could go in this block, leaving only these two left. So now I want to fill in the rest of the possibilities in this block, which is, looks like everything, unfortunately. Oh, only those spots for a 5 up here, which then, aha! So this 5 eliminates those two, these 5s eliminate these three, leaving only those two. And now we have probably a hidden pair. The great thing about this type of notation, building up using a Snyder or Snyder-like notation, is you can uncover these hidden pairs before they're even hidden. So those are actually the only two values that could possibly be in those two cells. All of the rest are impossible. Because if one is the 4, the other's the 5, whichever way it goes. You can't fit anything else in there. Oh, now look at this. The 5 there eliminates this one. So that's the actual 5, and that's the actual 4, which then eliminates it from here. Nice. Only spots for 5 there. Let's try 6. Now, I just remembered that I'm playing without my some of my helps that I often do. I'll normally do this erase candidates automatically, which means in that last move I did where I saw later that this 5 eliminated one of the options I had entered in, this would have caught that for me immediately and erased it. Or later when I start placing, then when I place this 4, it would have immediately erased that one automatically. So, see how many mistakes I make. That helps me a lot because normally a couple of times per game I will not notice something like that and it will do it for me automatically. Don't see anything to do with 6s. Let's try 7s. Not seeing anything with 7s either. Let's try 8s. Ah, okay, there's something. Oh, and look at this column. That's not as interesting as I thought, but it's still somewhat interesting. It has to be a strong link there on those two cells. Okay, and then we can fill in the rest of the 8s in this block to avoid future confusion, which is just here, here, and I believe here. Oh, you know what? There's going to be a triple here. That's going to be interesting. Let's, maybe I should have probably picked up on that a little earlier. Let's fill in this triple, which is going to eliminate options from these 3 cells, and maybe there's something we can do that's interesting there. 23, 4, 5, so we have 6, 7, 9 that go in here. And those have to go in these 3 cells to complete the column, so they can't go here. The 6 is blocked from there, so we actually have a strong link on 6s. The 7 is blocked from there, so we actually have a strong link on 7s. And the 9 is blocked from here, so we have a strong link on 9s. And now those are the only... And now 6 is the only one left in there, so that's the actual 6. Can't go here. And we have the 7-9 pair. Nice. And then that means that we're going to have, well, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll just keep going from there, I guess. All right, so I think I was on 8s, maybe. Aha! Now, because of that work, we can actually place the 8 directly here. That was convenient timing. Then that gives us a strong link on 8s up here. And a strong link there in the row, we happen to notice. Okay, sorry, excuse me. Finally, let's look at the 9s. Strong link there. Which means we end up with like an X-wing kind of thing here with the rectangle of 9s. Strong link there. And then that gives us a strong link on this row and just these 2 possibilities up here. Does that do it for the 9s? What about up here? Anything interesting? Oh, something very interesting. In fact, we can place the 9. Can't be there, can't be there, can't be there, leaving only there. And then that also lets us place the 3. And does that give us any new interesting things on the 3? Yeah, we got a strong link here on 3 now. And what about down here? I don't see anything else with the 3s. And the 9s, are we finished with the 9s? We have marks for 9s in every single block. So that means we must be done with them. Okay, so that's my first round through things. My first step is to just go digit by digit, filling in notes just like that. And now I'll go block by block, filling in, completing the notation one block at a time. That's my normal next step, unless I find something particularly interesting to focus on for a second. So I start with the ones that don't have much left. They're almost done. So we just have a pair to fill in here. And that's going to be the 2-3 pair, it looks like. And I don't, aha, and this 2 eliminates that one. So we can actually place the 2 there. And does that give us any new interesting stuff to note for 2s? Not really. And then the 3 is left over there. Aha, that eliminates this one. Following the strong link means that's the actual 3. Can't be that one. Fills in the 3s there. So what about the 3s in here? I want to follow these notes and see if there's anything quick and easy to do with 3s. And I feel like maybe there should be. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, look, it gives us a strong link on 3s there. That's something. But okay, and this 3 means we have a strong link on those, and then we can fill out the rest of the notes for 3s in this block. So it can't be in these possible places. And that also reveals that, that this is a strong link up here. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. So we finished that block. Now I want to do an adjacent one, and you'll see why in a minute. So let me go down here, I guess. So we have to place the 1s down here. Oh, that's now a strong link. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could go, anywhere in here, from what I can see. And this is where I get in trouble, because sometimes I miss it. Maybe there's actually a 6 right there that I missed, and those 2 shouldn't be filled in. 7 anywhere, 8 and 9s we have marked already. So that finishes out this block. And now I want to do this one up here because that's going to connect the entire columns, and I can look for more interesting things in those columns. So 4, 5, 6 goes anywhere. 7 down here. And actually, I just noticed that gives us a strong link here. Let's finish out the 7s in this block before I forget. Okay. 8 will be the last thing I place. Oh no, we already have 8 marked. Okay. So now I want to look down the columns and see if there's anything interesting real quick. And no, I don't see anything. I don't see anything interesting. So now just pick any old random. Oh gosh, maybe this one kind of seems interesting. I don't know why, but 2 can go anywhere. No, can go in these 3. 3, 4. We have 2, 4, 5, 6 to place. 4 looks to be anywhere. 5 cannot go there. It has to go here. Now, that means that it's going to be in this column, meaning it can't go in those 2. Let's see if there's anything interesting to use there, and there is. Very interesting, in fact. It also can't go in this column because of this guy, and it can't go here because of that guy. So the only spot left is here. and we can actually place the 5. So that's fancy. All right, and what was left? 6. And 6 is blocked from this column, meaning this is the only spot left for it. So the actual 6 goes there. And we are on a roll. Yeah, that means it can't go there. And that's all I really see to do. Oh no, this 6 and that 6 mean this has to be the actual 6. Bam, which means it can't go there. Cool. Leaves us with a strong link on 6's here, and then we should fill out the notes for the rest. Oh, and there. All right. And that did leave us a strong link on 2's up here to fill in. And we have the 2's placed, the only possibles in this block, and they're not in this one, so we have strong links all around there. Awesome. And that should complete this block. Now, this is a triple, 2, 4, 5 triple, meaning these can't be 4 anymore. It's going to have to be up here. In this column, the 4 has to be up here. So it can't be down here. And that leaves us with a strong link on those 4s. And there. Cool. Now this is, again, part of why I like to, as soon as I place a single possibility, a single candidate in a block, I complete them in the rest of the block. So as soon as I saw there was a 4 there, I knew that the whole block was filled in and I could do interesting things with it. All right. Neat. I feel like we should just continue. So next I want to focus on this block to complete the rows, and then I can check for interesting things in the rows. So a lot of open cells, but also a lot of candidates filled in. Let's see what we end up with. 1 is there, 2's we have, 3's 4, 5 we have to note still, which can go anywhere. Holy cow, it can go anywhere. Okay. 6 can go up here. 7 we have, 8 we have, 9 we have. So that finishes all the marks for the block, which finishes all the marks for this band. And see if there's anything new that's interesting to mark in the band. And I'll just I'll just tell you what I'm scanning for quickly. They're all marked already. First, well, a couple of things. One of them is for strong links in the rows that I hadn't marked yet. So like there's only 2 2's in this whole column. I already marked it, but if I hadn't, I would have marked it now. And I don't see any new ones. Oh, but look at this. That's the only spot. We have a hidden single. That's the only spot where a 4 appears in this whole row. So that is the actual 4. Well, oh, this is why I said I get in trouble. Of course, that's not the actual 4. This is the actual 4. That was given to me at the very beginning of the puzzle. I should have never marked that as an option. That is not a 4. And this is why I often, in fact, normally, actually, it's not the reason I normally play with this erase candidates on. It's just to sort of save myself the menial task of eliminating candidates. But it has made me soft, and I rely on it. Okay, so that gives us a strong link on those 4s. Strong link on in the row there as well. It actually gives us like an X-wing on 4s there. So that's cool. Oh, and did you notice also there is another candidate that I missed somewhere that I plugged in as possible and actually is not. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if that ends up biting me later. Okay, I think that's everything I can spot. One more thing I'll look for is just the unique rectangles. And the only potential is here, maybe a hidden rectangle with a 4 or 5, if we can find a matching pair across the rows. And it comes out here to these 4s, but there's no 5s there, so it doesn't, it's not going to be a hidden rectangle. All right, moving on. Pick another block to fill in. I like this bottom band here. So maybe I'll do this one next. 1 can go anywhere. 4s we have marked. 6, no, we have marked. 7 can go here. And 8 we have marked already. Okay, that was only a couple left to place. Cool. And then let me do this one next. 1s we have 2. Got a strong link on 2s now. Oh, wait, no. Aha, because of these 2s up here, we can actually directly place the 2 right here. It's limited from there, those 2, here by this one and here by this one. So, bam, that's a 2 and that's a 4. Okay. And then clean up that link mark. Cool, I just happened to notice, so I'll fill it in, that we're going to end up with a strong link on 7s there. So I should fill in the rest of my possible 7s. And in fact, that completes this block. I don't think I was trying to do that yet, but I noticed there's only 3 open cells and I've got 3 candidates in there. And one of those candidates is only in one possible location. So that must be the 9. We can clean up this, and it places that 9. We know immediately because of this strong link that we have hanging around. And we're on a roll here. So let's see, that finishes those out. Does that 9 placement do anything interesting for us? I don't see anything right off the top of my head. Okay, so now we finished this one, which means we finished this band, and we should look across the rows in the band to see if there's anything new and interesting, like this strong link on these 4s, which actually I should have had earlier, but well, at least I spotted it now. Here we go, strong link on these 1s. And that's all I see. And what about any kind of unique rectangle? Oh, actually, no. The 7-6 pairs up nicely there, but there's no strong links coming out of them going up the columns, so there can't be I don't think there can be a hidden rectangle there. 1-7 could be because they pair up and one of them has a strong link coming out perpendicular, but they don't match up with, like this strong link comes here and it doesn't make that last corner. So that's all I see there. Let's do, I don't know, this middle one. 1 can go here. 2 can go these 4 places, I believe. 3 we have marked. 4, 5, 6 can go in the top. What do you call that mini? Those set of 3 blocks, that probably, or 3 cells, that probably has a name. 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so that should do it. And finally, oh wait, no, then we have to look in the column. 4s we have marked already. 6s, strong link on 6s in this column. That's cool. Oh, and check this out. Oh, never mind. I was going to say strong link on 5s, but then nope, those just shouldn't even be marked in those cells. Okay, so those were wrong. There's actually a strong link here on these 5s. Silly me. As soon as we place one cell in this row, it's going to complete. The rest of them are going to just cascade. That'll be fun. Right, looking in the columns. 4. Only 2 4s in the whole column. 3s are marked already. Okay. And this last column, 8s are marked already. Okay, good. All right, last one. And we will have finished converting, building up to full notation. And this is why I liked this puzzle. Along this process, we've found lots of interesting things just filling in the notation. So it wasn't just a boring mechanical process. We actually got to keep looking for things as we go. That's why I like this technique. And in particular, this puzzle, because it turned up a lot of things so far. Or some number of things anyway. So 2 can only go now a strong link in this little spot. 3. Oh, we have marked already. 4. Aha! 4 is blocked from here and here, and it only goes there, and now we have ourselves a hidden pair. Oh, and this does things. So, because we have 2 strong links that match, they both start and end in the same cell, that's a hidden pair. If this is a 3, that's a 4, or if this is a 4, that's the 3. So actually, we can't have anything else in these cells. And then that means this is the only possible place left for the 2. So we can eliminate it from there and there, which means now got a strong link on 2's there, and there, and there. That's fun. And this pattern, if you follow all the strong links on the 2's, that's an interesting pattern that you see come up from time to time, where it's like, oh gosh, imagine highlighting, I'll highlight those cells a little bit. Just look at the small brown 2's that are left, not the ones that are already filled in. And they sort of make this, they go like this, and this, and this, from there to there to there. That's a pattern that you see from time to time, and it's sort of self-contained. It doesn't spider off. There's no links. These 2's only see their pairs, their strong link pairs. I can't tell you right off the top of my head how to use that, but I know that at times I notice that pattern, and it helps me just complete things faster. All right, and finally, we just have a pair left over. This is the 1 7 pair, which completes that. And there's really nothing to scan for in the columns, only the rows. So we can look to see if there's anything interesting in the rows, like the fact that that's the only 2 places for a 7 there. And the only 2 places for a 4 there. Now, when you have a row or column that only has bi-value cells with 2 values, every single one of them is going to make a strong link with one of the others. That's just interesting to know a pattern to notice and be able to fill in quickly. Yeah, lots of strong links all over the place. That means when there's tons and tons, when almost everything has a strong link, that means you're probably pretty close to finishing the puzzle. But let's see, any unique rectangle type of things to scan for? 7, 9 has a good starting place for them, but if you follow these strong links coming out, they don't match up with the 7, 9 pair anywhere else. So not so much. Now, Actually, I do see something, and this is not one I can explain how to notice very easily, but it's like almost an extended hidden rectangle. I think we can eliminate 1 from this cell. Because if this was a 1, that would become a 9 based on the strong link. And then we'd have 7, 9, that'd be 7, 1, and those would be interchangeable, extended unique, like an extended deadly pattern. You know what? I should take the time to explain that properly. For that, I think I'm going to have to be able to sketch it out. So let's take a snapshot here. And let's just highlight things. So what if this was a 1? Oh, that doesn't show up. What if this was a 1? Then that would mean it's not a 9, which following the link makes that a 9. Means that's not a 9 and that's a 7, which means that's not a 7 and that's a 9. And let's see what else here we've got. If that is a 1, that's not a 1. This is a 7, which means that's not a 7 and it's a 1. And so we're left with, let me just do all the, left with 7, 1, 9, 1, 9, 7. And there's a pattern there that I know how to recognize where it's almost, oh gosh, these are interchangeable. I don't know how to explain it very well, but imagine it was a 1, 7 pairs here, 7, 9 pairs there, and 1, 9 pairs here. That's what that's how I recognize this. That's an extended unique rectangle, or an extended deadly pattern. It would have interchangeable corners. In fact, how did I ever decide that this wasn't a 1? Why didn't I mark that as an option, that this could be a 1? I think it should be. That's an unfortunate mistake. Let me just mark that real quick. There's nothing eliminating that possibility I can see. This should not be a strong link. And then that makes the pattern more obvious to see. And then that's going to let us eliminate the 1 from both of these, actually. So, or is it? No, that's going to be more, oh my gosh, sorry. Going live like this, you get to see me struggle. Okay. This is like an extended type 2 unique rectangle. Type 2, one of these types. No. 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 No, it must be, right? If either of these were a 1, I'm going to keep going. I think I might have been on the right track. I'm second guessing myself all the time, but I do think I might have been on the right track. So if this was a 1 9, 7, 1, 7, 9. If it worked out like that, wouldn't those be interchangeable? Couldn't you then swap those two digits? You know, think of swapping the columns. And the Sudoku would still solve, right? Like if that was the solution. And that's why it's important to note that this should still have that one candidate there. If this was a 1, we could solve it like that. And it doesn't have, there's nothing else that could be conflicting with it. It'd be this self-contained pattern, like the two corners of a deadly rectangle, just extended out one more level. I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure. I believe it. And I think, so the conclusion there is, you know, we can't break so 1, 7, 7, 9, and 1, 9 would be the candidates that would form that deadly pattern. We can't break it with these two. We can't break it with these two because they're the only options. We can't break it with the 9s there. There's nothing else in the column that could be a 9. The only place we could break it is the 1s. And so I think we have to eliminate the 1 from both of those cells. I am confident enough. I am going to do it. And then that does give us the strong link back on those. And it gives us oh, that's it. Okay. Interesting little detour there. Sorry for all the second guessing myself. Okay. Cool. That's really fascinating. This is probably, I do think I saw that the first time I did this puzzle as well, and was part of why I thought it was just a really interesting one. And another interesting thing about this notation is we could have done that maybe without filling out even in full notation. Maybe we could have seen that even before, depending on the order that we did the blocks in. All right. So I think I've completed everything I know to do with my full notation off the top of my head. I'm going to take a quick peek here and see, oh, look, I did very well. There's no erased candidates left, and there's only one strong link I missed somewhere. And I'm just not going to cheat this time. And I'm just going to start my normal process, which is left to right, top to bottom. I'm going to look at some interesting features and try and do some chains and see what happens. So what if this was not a 4? We have 4, 5, 2, 7, 8. There we go. This was not a 4. That is a 4. Not a 4, 5. Not a 5, 5. Not an 8, 8. This is why I like that strong link notation. In addition to sort of helping me spot things as I make them, here is where it really pays off. The real reason I make these strong link notes is for when I get to this step where I just look for chains. Not a 4, 4, not a 4, 5, not a 5, 5, not an 8, 8. So if this was not a 4, then this is an 8. So there's two possibilities. Either this is a 4 or it's not. No other options there. If it is a 4, it cannot be an 8, obviously, because it's a 4. If it's not a 4, we follow that chain. We say this is an 8, and it still can't be. So with both possibilities in the world, this cannot be an 8, and we can eliminate that option. That's called a type 1 or 2 alternating inference chain. I want to say a type, I forget. Anyway, it's an alternating inference chain. And now, because of that strong link notation, we can immediately see, okay, if that's not an 8, I know there was a strong link, so this must be the actual 8. This is really, truly the 8. And because of all the strong links here, I might just quickly go try to fill in things, because now we know that that wasn't a 7. This must be the 7. Right. because this is where we can fill in this whole row. That 8 makes this the 5 and makes that the 2. Okay, that's not a 2, which makes that a 2. And then that's a 2. Yeah, this is just gonna, we're going wild here. Again, because this was largely filled in. So many strong link marks, like I said, it meant it was pretty close to being cracked. And here we see it is indeed cracked. Well, I think so. It feels like it so far. If not, we're going to get real close. Which one do we do here? 7. Let's see. Okay, so that can't be a 6. Oh, that is a 4. What's this guy doing here? Oh, it's telling us this is a 3. All right. That did an awful lot for us. I'd be much more careful about filling in, updating all the notation as I go if I didn't think the puzzle was probably just about cracked anyway. There's only something. Okay, this should be a 1 up here. And what am I missing here? Probably something here. 5. 5s can't go there. And actually, there's got to be something else left. We can finish this. Yeah, that's the 6, which makes that the 8. Oh, look, there's a mark there that I could barely see, which makes this an 8. So that's a 1, 6, 7, 6, 1. That means this must be the 7, 1, 7. Okay, this 7 takes out that 1, meaning this must be the 7. Strong link means that's the 4. We have a 5, 6 pair here. That can be broken by this 6, so that's the 5, 6. That 5 made this a 4, 5. Bam! Hopefully you found that puzzle informative, illuminating. I found it really fun the first time I did it, and the only thing that I really sort of remembered to take advantage of, and it was I knew there was some sort of, I thought there was going to be a unique rectangle or a hidden rectangle. Turned out it was that extended one, which is even more interesting. And so, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Down below, you'll see the link to play this puzzle yourself. And if you want to try something interesting, here, let me move my video to show you. I'll go over here for a minute. In the app, after you follow that link, you can come to the current game and shuffle and restart. You can restart at any time, and that just brings you back to the beginning, of course. But this shuffle and restart is really interesting because it shows you this is actually an equivalent puzzle. So it looks very different, but it can be played the exact same way. It's just, maybe all the 3s became 4s and all the 2s became 1s, and maybe this row got moved down to here, but all the exact same strategies can be applied to get you through the puzzle. So you might not play it the same way because if you do all the 1s first and now that was swapped with a different number, it might have a different feel. So that's kind of an interesting experiment if you want to see, what if this was shuffled? Would it play as naturally? Would it sort of reveal itself as in the same kind of way? So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and drop a comment if you play this yourself and find it interesting as well.